All right, everyone. We are now back in the world of Jason Todd. This issue officially kicks off the new title of this series. This is Red Hood Outlaw, issue 27. Now, last issue, Jason was going after a group called the Underlife, and essentially told this FBI agent that he saved. She's like, maybe we could partner up. And he's like, now the drop dead last thing you need is this outlaw. And then we kick off, and I love how that book kind of ends sort of ominous. And then the next issue picks up sort of melancholy. He's trying to get a hold of Roy. Now, spoilers, if you guys haven't been keeping up with the DC events like I have, I really haven't either, but I pick it up here and there from YouTube. But essentially, Tom King, if you watch enough of my videos, you understand. But he created an event. I can't remember what it was called because I just didn't care. But basically, there was like this farmhouse where superheroes go, and it was like this one, basically they're by themselves. They would talk to a camera about their problems. So it was like therapy, essentially. And then the video footage was supposed to be deleted. And it was supposed to help them cope with this super life. And it was used both by heroes and villains. So between 26 and 27, Roy's talking about going back to therapy. And that's where he goes. And this is where the spoiler comes in. He was allegedly murdered. And don't waste your time. I don't mean to bash, but God, any of those type of events, for me personally, were just a bore. So what I mean by this issue opening up in melancholy is we see Jason in the rain. He's on his phone. He goes, you've reached the phone of Roy Harper. I'm either saving the world or I'm in rehab. Either way, leave a message and I'll get back to you. Carp to the DM. Beep. Hey, it's me, Jay Bird. And so it just kind of gives him a moment to say his final goodbyes. And that scene particularly for me hit hard. Man, I did not want to go here, but I guess I am. The reason that it hits hard for me is during 2020, you guys know what I'm talking about. My mom died, and I wasn't allowed to go visit her in the hospital because of all the isolation stuff. So she died alone. And so I didn't particularly leave a voicemail for my mom, but I thought about it. But at the time, it was too hard. And so seeing Jason do this just hit that memory in a really hard way. It came back in full force, and I had to kind of take some time to. So just that quiet scene is powerful in that regard. I can really relate to it. And then that's it. Just enough to at least acknowledge what's happening in the main DC universe, and then we see him go basically on the road. He stopped at this diner, and this guy, and this is one thing I kind of wish that they would do is these truckers, I wish that they would find different ways to present them other than like these big dumb dudes. You know what I mean? Like maybe someone sly and a little sophisticated. I don't know. But nonetheless, the idea comes across. He goes, come on, Molly. Just 7 digits. I'll keep guessing the area code till I get it right. And I keep telling you, my boyfriend won't like it. You'll have to settle for a coffee. Make it 2. Huh? It's the reason you're sitting so close when you got the whole diner to stretch out in? Just curious. I thought you could help me figure something out. Try me. And I just like how as he's talking, we cut away to sort of a wider angle, and we see all these heads starting to turn at Jason. I know you're hauling $3 million in hijacked medical supplies out of Binghamton for the Underlife. But south? That's what I don't get. Texas, New Mexico, whoop, whoop. Maybe south of the border? I'm afraid you're going to be scratching your head for a while. Or you're going to be spitting out the answer along with your teeth. You got one smart mouth on you, boy. Pretty too, so I've been told. That's not creepy at all, is it, ladies and gentlemen? I was just kind of like, okay, well, I guess Jason's happy to say that he has a purty mouth. But before anything can happen, and the artwork for me, like, it's not bad. Like, it feels a little flat. It's the same creative team. But when you look at this compared to the last issue, where, well, let me see if I can find it. I don't know. I don't know if it was rushed, but this last issue 26 felt a lot more dynamic than that. It's not bad by all means. This is Scott Lobdell doing the writing, Pete Woods, art and cover, ALW's Troy Peteri doing the letters, Marie Evans, the editor, and then Rob Levin was the editor. Feels like forever since I really let go. But it was only 2 days ago. For months, I toned it down. I agreed to play Batman's game. Bruce's city, Bruce's rules. No more. Now it's just me in a world of idiots jonesing for a beatdown. And I intend to put on. And you can just see the style of both him and Roy Harper here, because he goes, should really have license plates for those fists, pal. I ain't your pal, but I'll give you some friendly advice. We ain't backwater yokels out here. The underlife united us. We're part of something bigger now. Big as Gotham, Metropolis, just more spread out. But you're just a dead man. Kadunk. Bruce? Jason? If you're here to fight, I need a sec. I'm not here to fight. Sit. Drink. You don't think this is a little strange? If this is about taking me back to Gotham, it's not happening. Shooting Penguin wasn't a crime. It was a public service. You're never coming back to Gotham. Not even to Arkham. Oh. Okay. Cobblepot didn't die yet, so technically you didn't break our deal. But it wasn't for a lack of trying. No, not for a lack of trying. So why are you here, Bruce? Why now? And I just love how we get a little bit of action. And this is where he talks about Roy being dead. So I did misread the beginning. But nonetheless, when I read this and I saw that, and kind of knowing what they were alluding to, it still hit the same way. But look at the destruction in his face. I'm sorry, Jason. It just, last week, how? And then they talk about the sanctuary. But what I like is how the conversation feels awkward. But nonetheless, they reconcile. And it's just a nice moment to finally kind of see that, even though he's going outlaw, just like with any wayward son, Bruce, let him know I'm always here for you. And without really saying it, I love you. And that's just a great way to kind of reunite two figures who are emotionally damaged. Now, after we get some great action, a very quiet, heartfelt moment, Jason goes on to the main plot of the story. And this city is called Appleton. And everyone has that very old school, like picaresque type, small town happiness. Our home is yours, home's here. Let me give you a hand with your bag. No, Gotham, for sure. I almost feel bad that I have to take it apart, brick by brick. Now, what does he mean by that? Guys, go check out Red Hood Outlaw, issue 27. Like I said, that opening scene, that hit me on another level. And I don't know, it just seeing Jason on his own and kicking ass the way he is in this series, it really makes me kick my butt that when this arc initially came out, that I didn't grab it in the single issues. But at least I'm able to do it, and we're able to enjoy it through this collected trade together. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever it is to get your action figures and comics, and pick up the individual singles or the collected trade. Or is how I'm able to share it with y'all, support your local library as well. And if you've enjoyed this review, really would appreciate taking a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you mind hitting that fancy little outlaw bell next to subscribe, that way as we can upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and I love talking with you and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments or the socials, which I'll make sure that the links down in the description. So with all that said, hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.